Welcome to the Three Best Friends podcast. I'm MC Wright, and I'm here joined by my two co-hosts, Mike Towndrow.
Cheers.
I actually said it correctly, and Jake Palmer.
I'm still sleeping.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Time zones.
Time zones.
This is the first time the time zone's like fucking you guys over and not me.
Yeah, but there's two of us. So.
Yeah, I know.
So this week, our topic is going to be talking about things we miss being able to do from our childhood or things we could get away with. I'm going to get the ball rolling here. It didn't even hit my mind. Like, the topic came to mind when I saw this happening when I was at work a couple of weeks ago. Being carried.
Ooh.
Listen, I carry you all the time in Fortnite. That's on my back
Like,
hurts.
being slung over someone's shoulder, like just being carried, like I'm done walking, just you can carry me the rest of the way. Like, I just saw a kid just being carried. I'm like, fuck, I miss that.
I mean,
I'm gonna add another layer to that. Being pushed in a stroller.
I was just gonna say that. I mean, you can get a wheelchair, but it's not the same. They're not as comfortable.
I mean, being old is just like being a kid again. It's kind of like being reborn. Getting pushed around, puking and
Right.
shitting all over the place.
Right.
You got somebody to take care of you.
Yeah, but you don't get away with it. You
Wait.
puke, you have to clean it up.
Except being born, you come out of a hole. Being dead, you go back into a hole. A grave. I'm going for a vagina grave.
I know. I'm just trying to think of it. Just
Don't
being
think of it.
sucked into a vagina grave.
Not what I was going for sure.
How many minutes are we into this, and how dark is this?
Whatever.
This is what you get.
It's weird there's not a horror movie like that.
Hashtag vagina grave.
Vagina crypts.
Dude, it wasn't a horror movie, but it was like some stupid
Teeth.
was
You don't have to finish the sentence.
yeah,
Teeth.
no, yep,
Oh,
that's
God,
it,
teeth.
that's it, yep.
Vagina dentata.
Yep, that's
That
it.
is a great movie, though.
That is childhood. What else? Yeah, I don't even like really remember the sensation of being carried around, like especially because I'm a fucking 275-pound, 6'3" man. I haven't been carried around since I was fucking like an infant.
And then, like, to add, like, the sad layer to it, like, that moment where they tell you you're too big to be carried anymore.
Oh my god! Yeah.
How
You just
fucking
do one of
heartbreaking
these,
is that? Like, what? I don't want to walk. No! I don't want to walk! You have to walk for the rest of your life.
God.
Shout out to the shopping cart carriage hybrid.
Oh, man. Not
Especially
even the
ones that are, like-
hybrids, like, just, like, being in, like, the shopping cart.
That too. Yeah, the top pouch of the pouch. Is that what it's called?
The pouch.
Yeah, the top pouch.
I'm glad we're using
Shopping
kangaroos
cart.
now.
Yeah. And those like shitty, uncomfortable like flaps that are supposed to make it like bearable, but
Oh, God.
Or during the summertime when it's really hot.
really hot. Yeah.
Ugh.
But no, like Toys R Us, RPD, having like the little sports car ones and
Did-
what are
Mm.
you looking at?
Did you-
RPD?
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
Are you really gonna bring up that movie?
It's kind of a reflex whenever I like say something like is dead. It's just RPD now.
I just respect you for not saying RIP, because everyone just says RIP now.
RPD.
Rip is like, it's more of like a quick, like, when you don't really mean it. Like, oh, I just died in Fortnite, rip. Like,
Yeah.
if you really feel it, I think you have to spell it out.
Someone is knocking, so somebody might make a guest appearance on this.
Hi.
Just a heads up.
Hi. Hello.
But continue. There's a sign. Oh, here we go. Continue talking. It's fine.
Being able to make messes and not clean them up. Like,
Yeah.
adult life dishes and shit every day. When you would just... For those listening to the podcast this week, Mike is no longer on headset. He has squeaked his chair to the door and is talking to someone really quick.
Mm-hmm. Don't know who she is, but he's talking away.
Be speckled gal.
That's her name now.
And that is the sound of me sipping my coffee.
Childhood.
Childhood. Okay, this actually is something bothers me. It's not from our childhood, but it's something. It might be from your guys' childhood. Something that bothers me though, seeing parents get their kids coffee.
I've
In
never
this day
seen
and
that.
age.
I've never
I
seen
see
that.
it all the time.
Really?
Mike,
Why?
Mike, you're catching up with us. Something that irks me. That's not from our childhood. It might have been from yours though. But seeing parents give their
What's
kids
that mean?
coffee,
Oh hell no,
like that happens all the time. I see it all the time these days.
dude. Working in bougie ass Upper Westchester, you know how many fucking kids I see going to Starbucks like on their fucking like lunch
What
break
the
or right after
fuck?
school and stuff. It's ridiculous. Why does a fucking third grader have a cup of fucking goddamn Starbucks?
Why does a third grader order a frappuccino? What's going on?
Ask for no foam.
God.
For video viewers, by the way, that was Carrie,
Okay, we gave.
We called her bespeckled gal.
Yeah.
the speckled gal. Okay,
Maybe
she
a
see
new
me-
Twitter handle
did-
in the future.
Did she see me wave hi? Because I just like.
I
just,
don't know. I'll give her a quick plug. If you go to MikeTowndrow.com, you can watch 2 of her films that I've worked on. They're very good.
Awesome.
Keep an eye out for her.
hashtag
Anyways.
childhood.
Hashtag childhood. Her upcoming movie is about childhood, and the last movie was about 2 teenage girls going to a party.
Sweet. See, it all works out.
It all comes together.
All comes around.
So while you were near the door, my other one was making messes. Like being an adult, we have to clean our dishes every day and everything like that.
Speak for yourself. That's a lie, I wish.
I got a maid.
I grew up with a maid. I don't know anything, so you guys are talking.
Mom, maid, whatever.
The only maid I had was
JK.
Minute Maid.
Mm.
Yeah.
Shout out to High
leaving-
C.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kool-Aid. Shout out to Capri Sun.
You know what? If I had to rank it, I'd probably go Hawaiian Punch, High C, then Kool-Aid. I know it's blasphemy, but
No, I'm down with that.
I
No,
think
Hawaiian Punch all the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's very hard to find Hawaiian Punch now.
Yeah. Actually,
At
like
least for us over here in New York, but
Like,
I don't know.
I
You
haven't
guys have servers and shit over there, so.
I haven't looked. I haven't looked
Yeah,
in
I
a
honestly
long
haven't
time.
looked. Yeah.
But
think-
I'm pretty sure I could find it. But it was like
yeah,
even in New York, they had a ton of it, like huge jugs of it.
it's rare, but
Yeah,
I think there's a Burger King near me that still does.
they do
Hawaiian
high C. Yeah, they do high C too. Which
Do they?
because I went there like a couple weeks ago and I said, "Can I get an orange soda?" And they gave me high C. That was like
I saw somebody on the train the other day with Sunny D. I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!
I never had Sunny D until like later as a child.
Sunny D's great."
You know
Probably
what's
disgusting now, but
you know what's something I never had as a child?
Mm.
Yoo-hoo.
I never had that either.
I was never a Yoo-hoo person.
Yeah, I never
I
had it
never
until I
really-
was an adult, and I was like, oh, I didn't really
I
miss
never,
much.
I can't fuck with milk. I know, you know.
Yeah, I'm
fucking
not.
milk.
I have part lactose intolerant.
Uh,
Shout out to something I hated from my childhood: Crystal Light.
Crystal
I
Light.
I still drink Crystal Light.
Jeez.
Super
Shit
quick.
like just fucks up the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, that's great. Just grab a quick water bottle out of the fridge, take a little sip to get some room in, shake, good to go.
Mm.
That's how that's probably why I got beat up as a kid, because I brought that during the
I
lunch.
can't imagine people trying to beat you up, man.
Oh, we're gonna get to that.
Okay. One of the things I miss, like growing up, I grew up in a village, like it was called Middleville. It was like literally middle of nowhere. I think
I live in Medford. You lived in Middleville.
it had literally less than 300 people. Like,
Oh shit!
yeah, it was small.
Wow.
Like,
That is a village.
we had one stoplight. We had a post office, and then it flooded, and then got moved to another place or another town, like 10 minutes away. And we had
Hightower.
Hightower. No, it was called Newport. And then we had a store called Stewart's. That was our main store that we had, which is great. You can get gas, you can get little snacks here and there, but we had to drive like 30 minutes away to like do actual grocery shopping.
You're not referring to Stewart's like to get like ice cream and
Oh no, yeah, that's it. That's
Stewart's,
exactly
okay.
yeah. That's Stewart's.
making sure.
Yeah, that's what you basically go there for. It's like the ice
Yeah.
cream and stuff like that, but it's not something like you can do like full grocery shopping on.
Right.
If you needed bread,
7-Eleven.
yeah,
Kind of.
yeah. I think better quality.
Or for my Jersey people, Wawa.
Oh God,
I keep hearing about Wawa.
Wawa's
just-
shit.
I just heard about
Wawa
that.
is awesome. You just heard about growing up? You never heard about Wawa?
No.
Really?
I mean,
Well,
I
'cause
didn't
you
hear.
were upstate.
Yeah.
So you're not. Yeah. Being like downstate New York, close to like borderline Jersey, you go to Wawa, get Wawa iced tea, incredible.
I've heard about the sandwiches.
Sandwiches, great. They have these little milkshake machines where you buy a little cup, you put it into the machine, and it pokes a hole in it, and it just stirs it around. And you say like, heavy, light, medium, whatever. So you get like you could select your thickness grade. It's
Yeah, you
fucking
can.
phenomenal.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can. There's a Bloodhound Gang song about Wawa. It's great.
That's awesome. Go check it out. We're plugging Bloodhound Gang.
Talking about childhood, I mean, it's late
R.I.P.
childhood, but
Bloodhound Gang.
Bloodhound Gang was late childhood.
Hey,
Yeah,
you and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals.
they're still making music.
I know.
It's not great.
Nope.
They're still making music.
Ice cream
one of the-
trucks.
Hey,
Ice cream
hey,
trucks.
hey, I wasn't done.
I was gonna say the dude from one of the guys from NSYNC is on the latest Bloodhound Gang album. Forgot which one. Joey Fatone.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
When's he going on the Kind of Funny show?
Oh, he'll get there.
Oh, I know. One of the things I missed about living in the small town was that there was another store. I forget what it was called, but it changed like ownership so many times, like as I got older. But it was a place where you can go down to. They had sandwiches and stuff like that you could buy, but they also had candy that you could buy for like 5 cents. Like you had the caramel green apple lollipops. You had the sixlets or whatever they were called, the little chocolate balls. They were like, I don't know, but they had like so much. Like they had the blow pops. They had so much other like candies that you could buy like for 5 cents.
Shout
10
out
cents.
Fun Dip. Shout out to Fun Dip.
Yeah, Fun Dip.
Pop Rocks.
Green apple, man. All day.
So Matt, you just said ice cream trucks. Not even just
Yes.
for the ice cream, but like for the shitty candy that they have, like Fun Dip and Pop Rocks, or was Pop Rocks or
I
Crazy
never
Rock?
I haven't had
One of
Fun
those.
Trucks sell the candies on the side.
Fun Trucks.
Fun Trucks.
Ice cream truck. I'm tired.
We're touching on Jake's childhood. Come on in the fun truck.
Yeah, it explains a lot.
Yeah, I
gotta
miss
go
the
and rethink my life.
Super Mario Brothers ice cream bars.
Yeah,
The Ninja Turtle.
the Ninja Turtles. I don't,
Spider-Man.
Where like the eyeballs
oh,
like
yeah,
off
oh,
kilter.
yeah. Oh yeah, the eyeballs like up here on the forehead, and you're just like, that doesn't look like the picture.
My favorite one was the Snoopy, where it was just chocolate and vanilla with like the hard shell chocolate on for the ear.
Yeah.
The one I always wanted, rarely ever saw, for whatever reason, the ice cream trucks over here didn't stock it that much. The bubblegum baseball mitt with the
Oh
like,
yeah,
baseball
yeah.
gumball.
We had that.
Oh, that's good.
Did you guys have it was like a lemon ice. It was just a shark.
No.
No.
That was my favorite. It was just a shark, but it was a lemon ice on a stick. It was so good.
Did you guys
Nice.
ever do the or like push-ups or
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
I
yeah.
did that like
Push
a couple
pops,
of years
push
ago.
pops.
I went and bought them. Like it has the Flintstones on them.
yeah.
They only sell them in 3-packs of like different flavors. I only ate the orange. So for all I know, they're still in my mom's freezer. Was it strawberry? No, cherry and
I only know the orange.
is it grape? It might be grape.
Anything cherry is trash. I just want to throw that out there.
I think grape is trash.
No, I like grape.
I was an orange boy.
You are an orange boy.
It all depends because so many different places do like grape flavor differently. It's like there are some really bad grape flavors.
There's
but,
bad grape.
Yeah, but
Speaking of childhood, something I hated was medicine.
Oh yeah,
dude,
So the only
Robitussin.
medicine,
dude,
the only
no,
medicine I could tolerate was grape Dimetap. I remember,
wow, there was
which
this.
it was still bad, but like I could tolerate.
Actually, now you say it, like grape Robitussin actually wasn't bad, but
Right.
it's
Yeah.
that red shit. It just like,
The cherry.
Yeah.
yeah.
Can't do
There,
it.
there was this one medicine my dad got, and it was like super thick. It was like for when you're like really like bronchitis heavy, and like my sister and I always got bronchitis every freaking year, every year. And you had to mix it in with like Robitussin. Like it can't be taken on its own. It was that strong. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever had to take for medicine, but it
Whiskey?
worked. No, I wish it was whiskey, man. I wish it was whiskey. It felt so much better.
Jake, why are you mixing Robitussin and whiskey? Shut up.
Leave me alone, Dad.
You can't judge me, Dad. It's my life.
I learned it from you.
Why'd you go tell that to Mom? God. Oh, wait. You pushed her away. Just kidding. My parents are together.
On a related note, something I loved, and I like just used to pop them like they were fucking candy.
Flintstones vitamins.
We all knew it. We all knew it.
I would just pop those because they were so fucking good.
I would
be so
only
sick
eat the
at
orange
school.
ones. Only the orange
Oh,
ones.
I didn't matter. I loved all
No,
of them.
they're all, yeah.
They're all good.
So,
And I
have you-
remember I have a distinct memory of being really sick in school one day and just being stuck in the bathroom for like an hour just because I chugged a bunch of them at fucking lunch. Because they were just like, I didn't really have a snack or anything, but I had those because I had to take it like after I ate them. There's like, popping it back.
Have you
That
guys
myth
ever
is
gone to
what
like a
it's in.
store, like you remember something like being at the store like when you're a teenager, like nothing too long ago, but then like you go there recently and it's like not there. That happened to me when I had to go get medicine. They like took away like all coughing medicine, like all like Robitussin stuff like that because kids would drink it just to get
Oh
drunk or
yeah,
whatever.
no,
Like,
I remember that.
Fucking
Yeah,
stupid now.
yeah. So
Mhm.
like going to the store and like just trying to find medicine is just ridiculous.
like a lot of it's behind a lock.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
not
have-
a lot of it's over the counter anymore.
yeah,
Yeah.
just how weird things change.
Robo parties. It's not from my child.
Nope. Nope. The one time I needed medicine and I actually wanted medicine, can't have it. Rip medicine.
If something's behind the counter, I'll suffer. I don't want to ask anybody for anything.
It's so.
I'm like, nah, I'm good.
It's such a
I'll
hassle.
just. Yeah, it's such a fucking. When I was in San Francisco for prom, I had a fucking migraine and I really wanted Advil, but the Advil was locked behind a thing. I had to like
What?
I had to press a button, wait for a fucking person. The
No.
person didn't come, so I was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna get the fucking CVS brand or whatever, which didn't work.
For
Of course
Advil.
not.
For like Advil, Aleve, and Tylenol were fucking behind this like
Well,
plastic
Aleve
barrier
I
thing.
can see. Like Aleve will
Sure.
fuck you up, but
Well, yeah, but Advil also. I think I got the CVS brand, but then I saw that didn't work, and then the next day at a different CVS, same deal except Excedrin was you could get. What the fuck is this shit? Off. Dumbass West Coasters.
and that reminds me of like going to like a minute market or something. Like when you're little and like, I want the candy. I'm gonna take this. I'm like, you have money? Candy. Like I was infamous as a child to. I totally like blame my parents now for bad parenting. Because I was able to
I'll
leave
be
the
right back.
house,
Keep talking.
walk down the street to the minute market unsupervised, like as a 3-year-old, and try to buy candy without money.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that
And
happens.
like as an adult, it's like, what the fuck were my parents doing? Like, really? You let your 3-year-old kid just get run over by a car?
Yeah.
Of which I have vivid memories of being under a car, like falling down, crossing a street, and like a car driving over me. Like I was in the middle.
Oh my god.
And
That's
like I
like-
would chalk it up to like it being a dream, but my brother remembers it too.
Dear God.
And it's like, that fucking happened. And my mom's like, no. I'm like, oh no. You let me leave the house at 3 years old.
Shout out to like having no fear as a child.
Oh
Like,
my god.
I miss
Like,
I miss
he-
not having the fear.
You had to create fear. Like,
Yeah. There was a huge hill that we had in our town, and we would use it for snowboarding every winter, but it was summertime, so we're like, what can we do? We go to the top, and I think there was like 6 of us, and we all rode our bikes down the hill, and then we had a race to see who would, basically win. And boy, one of my friends, we were going down the hill, and then there was a telephone pole, but instead of like not the telephone pole, but like the cable and the metal bar holding it down. He ran his knee right into the metal bar. He didn't break it or shatter it, but oh my god, you could hear the thud even from like 5 feet away. It was bad.
You remember going down like neighborhood hills on a bike and like trying to see like how big of a skid mark you could leave by hitting the brakes?
Hell yeah.
Yep.
I had a buddy of mine on he got Heelys and he was like really excited about them. And he was going down a hill and he felt like he was about to fall, so he went into like this grass patch and he fell. He just like to break the fall. I was at the bottom of the hill just like waiting for him, and I hear him start like screaming. I thought he was just like fucking with me because it's like he landed in grass. Like, yeah, you're fine, whatever. Turns out his knee landed where they cut a stop sign down. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I'll say about that. Yeah. I felt bad.
Yeah. We were just talking about not having fear as a child.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I jumped off my roof with an umbrella. Just to see what would happen. Turns out
I always wanted to do that as a kid.
my house, and then the houses were too tall for me to do that. I don't want to.
I got on my roof.
No.
It was during Christmas time, so we had the ladder on the. My dad used to staple lights to the roof, so we had a ladder up there already.
Those were the only times jumping off a roof was like into huge snow piles.
Exactly. Yeah, I made a huge snow pile, and I had an umbrella.
Oh my god.
I did stupid shit when I was like, I jumped off the roof. I lit my hand on fire with lighter fluid. I
remember doing it with axe when that was a thing.
I did axe. This probably the stupidest thing where I actually almost killed myself. I think it was like a canned air. I turned it upside down to get like the
frost,
frost out. Yeah, I sprayed my initials on the sidewalk, and I looked down at it, so it was like frost and my face right in front of it, and I lit it on fire and it engulfed into my face, and all the I breathed in all the fumes, and I couldn't breathe for a solid 15 seconds. Like I was actually gasping for air. And then for like those next like 3 hours or whatever, my chest was killing me. I was alone. I had a half day at school that day. I was alone. I thought that was it. I thought that was the end.
My God.
But it wasn't.
There was
shout out to oh no, you go ahead first.
I'm just thinking of stupid stuff that I did because small town, there's not much to do. There was like this abandoned barn. It looked like it was abandoned. It was like broken down and stuff, and we heard noises coming out of it. And so,
shout out to like the spooky fucking house.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's always
one
fucking house.
So we go inside the barn, and there's like 2 cows in there, and we're like, this isn't right. And it looked like they weren't being fed, so we were trying to have them like get out. So we were like pull the cow out. Turns out someone lived in the house that was. It came yelling.
What are you doing with my cow?
Yeah, they came yelling at us. Guy went to my high school, called me out during a study hall, and I'm like, it wasn't even me who pulled out the cow. I just watched my buddies do it, but I got called out in high school by the guy who owns it. I'm like, whatever, just go.
I was about to say a similar story, but probably should. A little incriminating.
Just don't say the place.
We right before high school, we broke into a place.
There you go.
And acquired some things. I never went to this place before, so I never got caught, but a couple of my other friends got caught.
Oh no.
And I used those things as like a Father's Day gift one year.
Well, Mike is no longer on the 3BF podcast because he's been arrested. Yikes.
Get away from the incriminating stuff.
I know. I was trying to. I never really did anything incriminating.
There's something I did, and I can't mention on here. It was bad. I should have never done it.
Same here. Whatever.
No, this one was worse.
R.I.P. Whoever that was. It was something I brought up today on Twitter. Not really like childhood, but like high school ish for me, like early high school. Going to Warped Tour. Because Warped Tour is officially dead as we're recording this. Yesterday was the final day in Florida.
R.I.P.
And like, yeah, I'm an adult now and all that shit. I have no right going to Warped Tour anymore or anything like that. But like, that was such a huge part of my upbringing, and it's so depressing that that's not a thing anymore, and kids, like further generations, can't experience what a Warped Tour is. Because
I know now that song from Blink-182 doesn't even make sense anymore.
Yeah. It's just like, of course, there are other outside festivals and shows and concerts and whatever, but there's something so special about a Warped Tour.
Because I mean, it's been going on for like what 20. It was 24 years, and then next year they might do something for 25. Yeah, think?
I'm assuming they're gonna turn it into a fucking just like a one-day festival in California, maybe, because that's where that's where they're based out of, and that's where a lot of like the LA punk bands that obviously they're from there, and that's where whenever there is Warped Tour each year, like not Bouncing Souls, but like Less Than Jake and Pennywise and all that stuff, they usually just stay on the West Coast and kind of leave for the East Coast. So I'm assuming for the 25th anniversary there will be a big festival or something to celebrate.
I mean, it got a lot of bands out there too. Like,
oh yeah, I mean,
such a great
because
thing.
of Warped Tour. I mean, so many bands got their break because of Warped Tour.
Yeah.
And it's just weird that Vans seems to be like. Granted, with Warped Tour, it was mostly Kevin Lyman, like kind of like getting his money and then like bouncing.
Yeah.
And he's been like running the festival, or like he's just been self-funding the festival for years now. So I understand that, but it's weird. Like another analog to that is this past weekend, I went to the House of Bands. That's what the shirt is. House of Bands does this really cool thing in New York and in Chicago, where every summer they get a lineup of bands, usually like pretty big bands, and they just put on free shows in a skate park, just to celebrate music and celebrate Vans, celebrate the culture. And they're shutting down. This summer's the last summer, so it's interesting that both Warped Tour and this is ending. And it's like, why are we killing this culture? And tying this back to childhood, why are we killing this like integral part of me growing up? If I never went to Warped Tour, I don't know if I'd be doing audio for a living or anything like that.
Right.
I don't know if I would have been in bands or like, because being in a band, I aspired to play Warped Tour one day, and we spent so many fucking nights trying to scheme our way into getting on that tour, into like creating fake emails to get on the Ernie Ball stage and do that Battle of the Bands shit, because it was all based on votes. Right. So just make scam emails.
Hashtag R-Wings.
Hashtag R-Wings. One day. No, back then it was hashtag Listen for Lions. So yeah, it's just, that's a sad aspect of childhood, but that I'm gonna miss, and that I feel like today is the first day I'm like actually an adult, because it's like officially gone now. I know it's like weird to say and like stupid, and I know it like kind of sounds like a half joke, but the fact that it's gone is like crippling to my fucking soul. Yeah.
Because that's something that's like, it's been with you like almost your whole life, basically. So it's like,
I've been to, my first Warped Tour was in 2008, so I've been to 8 at least, because I only missed 2 years. I wanted to go this year just to say goodbye, but I couldn't make it work. I had the Jersey one, that was when I fucked up my leg and I couldn't walk. And last Saturday was the New York one. Not last Saturday, but the Saturday before that was the New York one. And I had a dog sit, so I was really bummed I couldn't make it.
Yeah, I wanted to make it for this year since it was the last year, but I couldn't either.
Yeah,
that's something I will never get to experience. Like, it's weird because growing up we had Woodstock near us, and I'm like, I'm never going to Woodstock.
Yeah, but and because of Warped Tour is why I drink these fucking things.
Of course.
Did I ever tell you guys the story of behind these things?
I don't think so.
I'm holding up a can of Monster for audio listeners.
Monster Rehab.
Monster Rehab, yeah, specifically Monster Rehab.
So good.
at Warped Tour, one of these sponsors, usually I don't know if they do it anymore, but is well, they don't do it anymore. But in the past few years, has been Monster Energy. Monster Energy usually sponsors the two like metal, hardcore, post-hardcore stages. So it's the two stages. Like if you're standing in the middle of the parking lot, there's two stages in front of you, one left, one right, and the bands go back and forth, which is perfect. That's like the best setup. Then behind you is an actual like 18-wheeler monster truck where they open up into a lounge and they gate off a little like seated area, and it's free to go in. You just have to line up. Usually I go first thing in the morning. You line up, you go in, you get free cans of Monster. At Warped Tour, anything you get for free, you fucking take. Because back in the day, bottles of water were like $7 because that's the only way the venue makes money. They changed that rule when people literally died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was a young girl in Toronto that passed away because of dehydration, then that forced the venues to lower their fucking prices.
Yeah.
So that year, before that, I mean, being in bands and stuff, when I was in the band Listen for Lions, we used to have band practice. This is all related to childhood. We're just blending a bunch of shit in.
Yeah.
We used to have band practice from like 11 o'clock at night to 7 in the morning, and I needed something. I always hated Red Bull, always hated the syrupy monsters. I used to drink those 5-hour energies because I could tolerate them. Back then, there was Red Bull made a Red Bull Cola, which I could tolerate.
Yeah.
It just tasted like lemony Coke, which that's what I did. So at Warped Tour, that's where they debuted this puppy, Monster Rehab Tea plus lemon. Tea plus lemonade plus energy.
Just real quick, I just remembered the Pepsi with a twist commercials.
Yes.
Whoa.
I had one of these. I was dying of thirst. I had 7 that day, and I was buzzing.
Wait, did you say 7?
7.
7.
Holy crap, dude!
And I was, the best part was like chilling in that lounge in the air conditioning, just watching bands. Eventually I left because Enter Shikari was playing and I was fucking buzzing. I wanted to go in. I was ready to fucking go. And then 7 o'clock hits. I'm a fucking starfish on the concrete, just like sprawled out, ready to fucking die.
Oh my God.
And ended up, we just wanted to hang around because A Day to Remember was headlining that day, and I couldn't move. I couldn't do it. Yeah. That's my part. I'm done.
Yeah,
with
I just have a couple things left. Jake, do you have any more?
Basically
Before
just
we move into questions and stuff.
I got one quick one also.
Going to so many movies as a child. I just remember going to so many movies.
One of
Going to
mine's
movies with
linked to
friends.
movies, Blockbuster. That was the end of an era when that shut down. Like just being able to look at box art and stuff like that. We touched on this on the 90s episode, but
Yeah.
oh, I miss it.
Yeah. I miss movies being so cheap and popcorn
Yeah.
being affordable.
Yeah.
Anything being affordable at the movies.
Rip.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
My really quick one. Matt, is yours happy?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do a sad one. Starting out in a more positive sense, bringing Pokemon cards to school and showing them off the kids and like just trading, like showing off everything, whatever. Spinning this, I guess somewhat insight. I'm currently working on like a EP or an album or something. I've been like skipping. I told these guys I've been skipping lunches to work on some music stuff, and one of the songs I'm working on is based off a memory of this motherfucker who his name was Sal. He was it Sal? I think it was Sal. He one day he came up behind me when I was like showing off my binder and stuff and like whatever. He punched me in the back and he stole my holographic first edition Charizard. And I never got it back, and like I used to get like teased a lot and stuff as a kid, and like just being bullied. This is like something that I don't miss as being a kid, like being a like super wimpy, chubby kid. Yeah, just getting picked on a lot for being like a nerd and a geek and like loving Batman and Spider-Man and comics and Pokemon and like obsessing over Pokemon, like I still do. And it's funny how now in 2018
It's
all
culture.
it's culture,
Yeah.
and that's what's fucking cool.
Can you
and it's
imagine
like,
how cool
fuck
we
you
would be
guys.
in high school now?
Yeah.
Now, but
Yeah,
like in
now,
high school,
but,
like even though I
oh.
still like Pokemon in high school, people made fun of me. I'm like, really?
Same.
Like it's a fun game. I'm sorry. Like I still play Halo with you guys, but you don't gotta dog on me for playing fucking Pokemon.
Yeah, and like I used to, whenever it like rained outside, we had recess just in the classrooms, and like I remember playing Pokemon Pinball on my Game Boy.
I still
and
have my cartridge of that.
yeah, the dude smacked my Game Boy out of my hand. I'm just like, fuck you, man. There's one day I stood up to him. I felt like super happy with myself, but anyways.
There is only
Mike,
one.
next
fight
time
I
we
got
meet
into
up,
about.
I'm gonna give you my childhood edition 1 Charizard.
No, you don't have to do that.
It's sitting in a fucking box
You
at my
should
mom's
sell it
house.
because it's actually worth a lot of money.
Nah, I'll give that to you.
I love you. Matt, what was your last one before we?
So
get
my
into
last
it?
one, big part of my childhood, just fucking playing imagination.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just being outside, fucking either by yourself or with friends. It's fucking playing make believe. Like,
Yeah.
No, even just like make believe, but even like dreams were so much more different as a child compared to now.
I had a lot of scary dreams as a kid. That's
too.
one thing I don't
Yeah,
miss.
yeah, no,
Like,
I don't miss
night
that either.
terrors and
Ugh.
shit like that.
Wake up.
Like
in the middle
I
of
had
the
this one recurring dream, like just I wasn't falling. It just felt like all this shit flying at me super
Mhm.
fast.
Yeah.
Like I remember one time, like my mother tried waking me up, and like one eye was open, but I was still in that dream too, like just freaking out. So, I don't miss that.
I had a recurring dream of Chucky chasing me.
I had the recurring dream of waking up and seeing something outside my window, because
Oh.
there was like where I used to live. I was like right by the window, like my bed was up against the wall and the window was right there,
Yeah.
and just like I had to close the blinds afterward, like after a while. But it's just like it was like a Michael Myers type character, like you just see outside the window. I'm just like, no.
Well, to be fair, I can't sleep or I can't like be comfortable with the windows, like the blinds open when it's dark outside. That's just a thing. I can't do that.
Really, because like back where we lived, it was like countryside, so like you could see the stars and stuff. It was like I don't know, it was just like comforting just to look. That's what I miss about being in the country, like seeing stars and stuff.
I was in
here it's like-
bumblefuck upstate Jake Town fucking a couple years ago for a brand new concert. I know we're not allowed to speak of brand new anymore, but just traveling from Amagang Brewery, just trying to find our hotel room.
Oh my gang.
Fuck
I know
that.
them.
Super dark, super sketchy. It was raining. There was like deers and shit.
You could tell someone's a city boy, just
Yeah.
from hearing stuff like that.
When they get afraid of like seeing a tractor on the road and shit, like, what is this? Like,
They're like, "What's this smell?" I'm like, it's a skunk. Like, this is
Oh, we have
gross.
skunks and shit.
There's no skunks out here. There's no skunks in California. That's funny.
Well, I live in the
there's skunks up here.
suburbs, so we do have skunks and
Yeah.
all that shit. And we do. I said deer jokingly, but we have
I
all that
know.
shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I fucking miss the night sky right now. I haven't seen that shit in a couple weeks because of fucking smoke.
yeah.
Mhm.
Want to
Don't-
get to user memory?
Let's
User
get to
memory.
some user sent in memories.
Wow, we're in the Tron world.
First one sent to us by at Pixel Brave Christian, friend
What
of
up?
ours. Trick or treating.
Oh, you can still go trick or treating, man. Christian, let's go trick or treating next time we're in like not even October.
I know.
Kind of or something, right?
I know what Mike is gonna wear.
Yeah,
He's gonna wear his
Yeah.
Pikachu onesie.
he needs
Oh,
to
that
get a
thing
new
is-
one because he fucking cut it up for
Yeah,
prom.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, it's a vest.
I was
Pikachu
always the
vest.
laziest motherfucker at Halloween, like growing up as a
Just
kid.
throw
Like,
a sheet over
I've-
with 2 eyes cut out.
like I'd buy like the mask. I think I still have that somewhere.
God.
Yeah, just one year I just wore like a new jacket I got and said, "I'm just the new kid on the block."
When I was like growing up, I was mostly I like one year I bought like this Scream costume, the Ghostface, and
Mhm.
I constantly just reused that cloak just with different masks. There's what my eighth grade school Halloween party. I couldn't really pull anything together, but they made us actually dress up instead of just coming in casual clothes because we would have gotten in trouble or whatever if we just came in as dressed down. So I found a little top hat or like a fedora or some shit. I don't know, some kind of fancy hat. those glasses with the nose and the mustache,
Mhm.
and I had a puppet, so I was just a puppeteer, a string puppet, like an actual like marionette kind of puppet.
Now I'm remembering something I hated as a childhood. Still hate them. Just like mannequins.
Clowns?
Or no, not clowns. The ventriloquist
Fuck
dolls. The like the
Oh.
freaking big eyes or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Nope. No.
But yeah, no, I've put more effort in the Halloween as an adult. Like,
Same. In high school, I was very against Halloween and stuff. I did not like it. I had
Mhm.
like some personal attachments to it, like for like with friends and stuff that I don't really speak to anymore or anything. So it was always like, fuck Halloween. As an adult, it's fun,
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
especially around me, because I work like a town over from Sleepy Hollow and stuff. So they do a lot of like, obviously,
Yeah.
Headless Horseman type shit. It's fun.
Fee at Xeronix writes in
Matt Cannon.
Matt Cannon being able to go biking into her hometown, had its super active imaginations and pretended like we were Pokemon trainers and capturing Pokemon that weren't actually there. We can actually do that now
We can.
with Pokemon Go. Spending time with grandparents. Yeah, both of mine are gone. Well,
Yeah.
not both, but all. Beyblades.
Fucking Beyblades.
Never
I
got
wasn't
into
part
it.
of the Beyblades. I was part of something that came out before Beyblades. There were these like little spinner top things.
Yep.
Tons of different brands on them. I had some
Had
Power
the-
Ranger ones.
Had the rectangular and you just hit the button and
Yep.
it starts spinning. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I had the whole Power Ranger set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pre Beyblades, but like you could battle with them.
Yeah. I remember those.
I think I mentioned this on the '90s one, but every Saturday morning, Toys R Us used to do Yu-Gi-Oh, like open play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So they open up a section, they block it off near the registers, and you just go and you just walk up to people and say like, "Hey, you want a duel?"
Right.
Dude, you want to talk about cards that are expensive now?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Fucking the
I wish
the
I
original set and shit.
I think I still have some old cards back at
I saw
home.
them somewhere.
I
have
gave all mine
Exodia
away.
and shit.
Oof.
Like I had Exodia, I had the 3 Egyptian gods, I had
Same.
all
I still
kinds
have
of shit.
I still,
Apparently that it's gone up.
yeah, I
but,
still have like Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon,
Yeah,
stuff
I
like
saw
that.
a lot of shit. But after the Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, they started doing Beyblade right afterwards. So I would just stick around and do Beyblade. It was fucking dope. Go back to the Pokemon trainer thing, pretending like you're Pokemon trainers. Every Columbus Day weekend, we did a family vacation up to Lake George, a little upstate New York near Albany-ish. And there was one year I met these 2 kids who they were obsessed with Pokemon also. So we just would play Pokemon, and just like I used to pretend I was Blaine because I was a little pyromaniac and lighting shit on fire and engulfing it in my face. And another kid was Ash, and another kid was Misty. I just have I can, if you offer me $1 million to remember their names, I couldn't. It was just like a fucking like quick weekend thing, but I hold that like so dearly. That was the same year. I think I told you guys where we left my Pokemon cards on the roof of my dad's car.
Yeah.
That was that year where I met those. That was like kind of like a bittersweet kind of year.
Can I just interrupt real quick and just like it's
No.
a lot easier like through the Kind of Funny community, but just being able to make friends like instantly.
You don't do that as an
No.
adult.
No.
No.
You have
Yeah, I feel like we're lucky in that sense where
Yeah.
we have this community that we just talk to and say like, hey, you like this? I like this too. Cool.
Right.
Let's talk. Let's be friends.
yeah, there's still people-
Sometimes it happens with work, like through work and stuff. Like there's one dude in
Yeah,
particular
for sure.
at my
Yeah.
work, not to call out everyone else I work with, but he has Lovecraft pin on his jacket, loves horror movies. Like he has a ton of VHS horror movies, still has a VHS player. So made friends easily with that dude. But it's fucking hard.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to work in a really great, like, artistically driven place where everybody's super cool. And I mean, the 2 people that, if you were watching the video, the 2 people that walked in are like 2 of my best friends. Like the one dude that just walked in, he's my boss, but we talk about video games and movies. And
Takes like dramatic
Mm,
pictures of you in the hospital.
angelic photos, if you will.
yeah, my spirit leaving.
We have a couple more of these write-ins from Kyle Stevenson. Who that Ninja 73?
I don't know.
He misses having recess.
Mm.
How did we not even talk about recess?
It's true.
Nap time.
I try to have recess sometimes in this very room. I say I'm working on stuff, but sometimes I just take a power nap for an hour.
You gotta. Yeah.
It's my version of recess still.
Yeah. Yeah. Our version of recess is just getting some sleep.
Yeah.
Sad.
And the last one is from Joe at Mr. Badbit.
Hey.
Kind of a downer here. I miss childhood bliss and ignorance. The world kind of blows.
Yeah.
It's funny, we can't even think of like a witty remark.
No.
Nope.
Thanks a lot, you jerk. We're ending it on a sad note. God, get on the show soon.
I mean, if I could get real for a second, we recently just came back from summer break and we made the website and just kind of like rebranding everything a little bit. Matt's working on new images and blah, 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 blah. On our bio on the website, I wrote that we do this to hang out and stuff, and the world does fucking suck and we need some form of escapism. And yeah, I do miss that as being a kid, not having to worry about the dumb shit that's happening in the world and the dumb shit that some asshole says online every fucking day, like
Every second,
a
man.
basketball player.
Jeez.
Anyways,
yeah. That's a whole other topic.
Yeah, I don't even want to like bring that up on the show.
No,
but yeah, just
it's
like,
brought out everywhere else. We don't need to talk about it.
Yeah, and like I remember there was a podcast when I started first listening to podcasts and like blogs and stuff. There was a music one I listened to, and they were referring to the new at the time the new Blink-182 album Neighborhoods, and they were saying that a reason this album doesn't hit is because the world fucking sucks and Blink doesn't have anything happy or anything to really sing about. There's no reason to. I'm like butchering it, but you guys know what I kind of mean. Like back when the self-titled came out, back when like feeling this and like all that stuff, that's all we had to worry about was I miss you and I'm feeling this and let's go fucking party in the summer. That's all we had to worry about. And then post 9/11 happens and the world is fucking shit. And now, especially in 2018, the world is fucking shit again. And yeah, just being a carefree kid, not having to worry about any of this bullshit sucks.
And, yeah, I mean that's part of the reason. Like, my nephew, he either subs or listens to the show. But him and
Hi, Matt's nephew.
And one of my nieces tried like adding me on Facebook and stuff. It's like the only reason like I don't add them on Facebook is because like I do talk about grown up shit and I don't want to fucking put that in your feed. Like
sex.
Stay a kid as long as fucking possible.
Oh yeah, man. Like
all these kids that want to grow up, man, even like teenagers.
Well, I mean, we were that way too.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
of course. We couldn't wait to grow up.
Yeah. And then you grow up and you're like,
wish I could go
no.
You want to go back so fucking hard. It's
I think
exactly how you started with. It's like being carried and then you're not allowed to be carried anymore. Like death of childhood.
I think that's why we're so attached to the kind of funny community and
video
like
games and just
video games and even prom weekend where we could just forget about the fucking world for a few days and just party and have a good time. Like
those few days just forgetting about all the nonsense that's happening.
Incredible. And then coming back to New York that fucking Monday just hit so hard.
Yeah.
Sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, shall we wrap this on that?
Yeah, that was a great note to end on.
God.
We miss our childhood. The world sucks. Thank you for watching and listening to the 3BS podcast. I've been MC Wright. Thank you also for joining me, the other two co-hosts, Jake Palmer and Mike Towndrow. Where can we find you?
Mike, go first.
Okay. We always fuck this up. You can find me at Towndrow1214 everywhere. That's TEEDRO1214. If you guys are interested in any music stuff or interested in cool indie films and short films, you can find info about that on MikeTowndrow.com. I have some, as I kind of mentioned before, I have some cool stuff in the works, and hopefully I'll have some stuff out in the fall, winter-ish, depending on if I can find time to do it. Yeah. Jake
P47, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. We're gonna start getting back on Twitch. We're gonna try and get a schedule down. So
were you able to talk to your internet?
No, not yet.
I know you're
not yet.
No.
I got to still talk to them, but yeah. I tried streaming No Man's Sky. Nobody's interested in that. So I guess it's back to Fortnite.
It's worth mentioning. Jake actually signed us up for Extra Life, so we're gonna do something for Extra Life.
It's not announced yet, so
okay, fuck me then.
No. There's one thing that we're doing for Extra Life, but then we have our stream that we're gonna do, which I don't know what we're gonna do. But
we're gonna figure it out.
The one thing that we're going to be involved in isn't mentioned yet, so soon.
Yeah, we'll have news on that. I think I'm not confirmed, but last year I talked about doing like a New York best friends kind of Extra Life thing also, but news on that coming soon because Extra Life is fucking dope.
And
Matt,
to plug it really quick.
Go for it.
The website is amazing and I love it. You did a beautiful job on it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm sure we're gonna get that after Matt plugs himself.
I know. I'm just sitting here. Like...
I just wanted to just throw it out there that. Just wanted to throw it out there. It's just awesome.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
And Matt with the artwork, of course.
As I hastily put this new overlay together in 5 minutes before we started recording. You can find me at Ships for You on Instagram. Yeah. But yes, the fucking website. Love that thing. And please use it. Write into us. We'll feature your questions and stuff on the show, even if it's not on topic.
Yeah, that's 3bfpodcast.com. You can find all the links for Apple, YouTube, Spotify now, Google, and all like the social stuff and where to find us and all that stuff. And yeah, if you want to write into the show, there's a form on the bottom. It just goes directly to our email. So now we could just say there's one place you can go to. It's great. So much easier.
Yeah.
You should still sub on YouTube and all that stuff because I want to get rid of that stupid fucking URL.
Yeah. Plus, like I'd like to do some like some video stuff on there just for YouTube too.
Some what?
Just some like video stuff just to put on there.
Yeah.
Like not audio things, but yeah. So yeah. No more long-winded. Like, please, you can email us all this shit. Just www.3bfpodcast.com.
Make sure you put a dot after the www.
Hey, thank you, Wix, for making the website super easy. Hashtag please sponsor us.
Hashtag we're going to get this down one of these days.
Not Build It Beautiful. That's Squarespace.
That's Squarespace.
Whatever. Let's go. I need to leave.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Mike.
Yes.
Hit the music.